Hello, everyone. Scooty007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 2-3 Seattle Marlins taking on the 3-1 Baltimore Orioles at Camden Yards. And here is the starting lineup for the Seattle Mariners. Leading off, the center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki. Batting second, the second baseman, Jose Lopez. Batting third, the left fielder, Raul Ibans. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Richie Sexton. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Brad Wilkinson. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Jose Viodo. Batting eighth, the catcher, Jamie Buke. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Yuniesky Betancourt. On the mound for the Orioles, it is Jamie Guthrie. Went 7 innings pitched, allowed 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. No wins, no losses, and no ERA. Camden Yards gives a -2 to strikes and a +2 to walks. And with that, Suzuki steps up, and we're ready to play. Ichiro batting a 250 average. Here's the pitch. 5-6, that's a blank. 3-1, ground ball to Roberts. And that's out number 1. Next up, Jose Lopez. He's batting a 167. Here's the pitch. 3-2, blank. 4-5, fly ball to Scott. And that's out number 2. Next up, it's going to be Raul Ibans. He's batting a 368. Here's the pitch. 1-3, double star, ground ball to Hernandez. Takes it, throws over to first for out number 3. Easy inning to score. As the Orioles retire Baltimore in order, 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Leading off, the second baseman, Brian Roberts. Batting second, the third baseman, Melvin Mora. Batting third, the right fielder, Nick Markakis. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Kevin Millard. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Abreu Huff. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Luke Scott. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jay Payton. Batting eighth, the catcher, Guillermo Quinzo. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Luis Hernandez. On the mound for the Mariners, it is Felix Hernandez. Comes into this game with a 4.50 ERA. No wins, no losses. Pitched 6 innings, allowed 9 hits, and 4 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to Roberts. Roberts batting a 278. And that's going to be 4-4. 4-4 is a blank. 4-1. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Hernandez takes it, throws it over to Sexton. Out number 1. Melvin Mora. Mora batting a 235. Here's the pitch. 1-5. That's going to be a strike. 1-2. Single pass Beltre. And with that, Mora gets on with a base hit. Next up, it's Nick Markakis. He's batting a 235, strategy roll 17. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 6-1. That's going to be a home run. That's a 10. That's an 8. Kaboom! That ball is out of here. 2-run home run for Nick Markakis. And that puts the Orioles on top 2-0 here in the first. Hit that one over there by the warehouse, too. Next up, Kevin Miller. Miller batting a 059. Here's the pitch. 3-4. That's going to be a walk. That's a 17. That's a 14. And they walk Kevin Miller. Runner on first. In for coming in to double play Duff. And next up, it's going to be Abreu Huff. He's batting a 389 right now in the replay. Strategy roll 5. Here's the pitch. Orioles holding off. 5-1. Home run chance on a 1-13. That's a 15. It's too high. 3-6. Fly ball to Suzuki. Out number 2. Luke Scott batting a 417. Strategy roll 8. Here's the pitch. 6-1. Home run. That's a 13. That's a 5. And that's another 2-run home run. Luke Scott with a power bomb out of here. That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is out of here. Kiss that one good night. 2-run home run for Luke Scott. And that puts the Orioles up 4-0 with 1 out here in the first inning. And next up, it's going to be the center fielder, Jay Payton. Here's the pitch. First time we're seeing Payton in this replay. 1-6, that's going to be a blank. 1-1, and that's going to be a fly ball to Wilkinson to end the inning. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors. After 1, Baltimore 4, Seattle nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's Richie Sexton, Adrian Beltre, and Brad Wilkinson due up for Seattle. Here's the pitch to Richie. Richie batting a 263. And that is going to be a 4-5. 4-5 is a strike. That's a 15. That's a 13. Struck him out. Struck him out. And next up, it's going to be Adrian Beltre. Beltre batting a 235. Here's the pitch. 3-2. Blank. 4-4. Ground ball to Hernandez. And that is out number 2. Next up, Brad Wilkinson. Wilkinson batting a 176. Here's the pitch. 6-3. Wild pitch. We're going to re-roll the dice. On that one, 1-6, that's going to be a strikeout. That's a 10. The 18 is too high. 1-1, fly ball to Payton. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Orioles as they retire the Mariners in order. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Guillermo, Lewis, and Brian due up for the Orioles. Guillermo, first time we're seeing him in this replay. Here's the pitch. 4-4 blank. 2-6 double star 3. Ground ball to Betancourt. Takes it, throws it over Sexton. Out number 1. That's going to bring up Luis Hernandez batting a 154. Here's the pitch. 2-6. That's going to be a walk. That's an 11. That's a 2. And they walk Hernandez. All right, we go to the top of the order. Here's Brian Roberts. Roberts batting he's 0 for 1 on the day. We do have a hit and run coming up. 1 out, infield coming to double play depth. Here's the pitch. 4-5 strike. 7, 14 too high. And that's going to be a 5-5. 5-5 is a double past Suzuki.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And one hops the wall.
All right, we have a 6. We'll see if we get if we get some runs here. Hernandez, 6. We're going to check that too. Lead runner thrown out, but if the trailing runner's BR is no adjustments, is greater or equal to the roll, he advances on the throw. That's a 2. That's a 4. Hernandez gets thrown out. The play at home. Suzuki takes it, throws it at home, and is he in time? He is in time. Jamie Buke tags him out at home as he slides in. Roberts will go to third. And they got him out at home. Roberts taking that double and making it into a triple. He tested the arm of Suzuki and unfortunately got him out. Next up, it's going to be Melvin Mora. Mora is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Strategy roll 6. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 3-3. Strikeout. That's a 6. That's a 4. Struck him out. No runs. What? No runs. 1 hit. No errors. After 2, it's Baltimore 4. Seattle nothing. We go to the top of the third. It's Jose Verdo, Jamie Buke, and Yuneski Betancourt due up for the Mariners. Here is the pitch to Verdo. Verdo batting a 4.29. And that's going to be a 5-5. Home run chance on a 1-14. That's an 11 in range. Verdo needs a 9 or less. The 13 is too high. 2-2, and he takes that and makes it a single, though. And Jose Verdo is on with a base hit. That's going to bring up Jamie Buke. First time we're seeing him in this replay. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 4-3. That's going to be a walk. That's a 15. That's a 4. And they walk Jamie. All right, here we go. 20. Pickoff attempt. On a 1-3, it's a pickoff. On a 4, it's a pickoff error. That's a 14. Out of range. Yuneski is batting a 4.29. Infield at normal depth. 1-1 is a range play. 2-4. Double star 5. Ground ball to short. That's going to go to Hernandez. Hernandez's range is on a 1-3. That's a 4. We have a base hit. So we're going to check to see if we have any other base runs here. Jose Verdo, base run is a 2. He's going from second to home. He will advance on a 3 to a 6. That's a 2 outside of the range. So bases are loaded and we go to the top of the order. And that's going to bring up Ichiro Suzuki, 0 for 1 on the day. No outs. Bases loaded. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 4-5. 4. Strikeout plus. That's a 13. That's a 5. Struck him out looking. Next up, Jose Lopez. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll 15. The Mariners holding off 1-2. That's going to be a strike. That's a 4. That's a 6. The 6 is too high. 6-3. Line drive to third. No double play there. And that holds the runners. And next up, it's going to be Orioles has been. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Strategy roll 3. Here's the pitch. 6-6 blank. 3-5, and that's going to be a single to Hernandez. That scores a run. Buick will hold, and Betancourt holds, and 1 run is scored, and that still leaves the bases loaded as Richie Sexton comes up. Mariners trying to cut that lead down to 3. Here's the pitch to Richie. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 4. They're holding off. Here's the pitch. 3-1. Strikeout. 15. That's an 11. Struck him out. So the Mariners leave the bases loaded. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Nick Markakis, Kevin Millard, and Abreu Huff due up for the Orioles. Here's Nick. He's 1 for 1 with a home run, a run, and 2 RBIs. 6-5. Range play at Camden Yards. 2-1. Single plus 7 to Eisbins. Eisbins' range is on a 1 to 3. That's a 6. That got by him. And he takes that single and makes it into a double. Die roll is equal to or less than the BR of the batter, safe with a double. So we will add for the arm as well too on that. It's 1d6 versus BR plus outfielder arm for that. And that is going to bring up Kevin Millard. Miller 0 for 1 on the... He walked with a run scored. Strategy roll 8. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 3-3. Strikeout. That's an 8. That's an 8. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Abreu Huff. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll at 18. Baltimore holding off. 5-4 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Camden Yards. 5-5. That's going to be a double to Suzuki.
He rocks one to right center field. That'll shoot the gap and go to the wall. And 1 hops the wall.
Suzuki chasing after that off the wall. Bounces off, looks back. Abreu Huff comes in. They toss it over to third to hold him. And they'll hold Abreu Huff at second. So another run is scored, and that's going to bring up Luke Scott, the left fielder. He's 1 for 1 today with a home run, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. Strategy rolls an 11. Here's the pitch. 2-4, hit by pitch. That's a 7. That's a 0. The 13 too high. 5-4, ground ball to first. And on that, that is going to advance a Brady Huff to third. Runners advance on balls hit to first, second, or to the catcher. So, 2 outs, runner in scoring position, and that's going to bring up Jay Payton. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 6. 2-5, possible error. 1-2, and that's going to be a fly ball to Wilkinson. Error rating is a 2. That's a 13. No error there. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. After 3, it's Baltimore 5, Seattle 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Adrian Beltre, Bad Wilkinson, and Jose Verdo due up for the Mariners. Here's the pitch to Beltre. 0 for 1 on the day. 5-5. Home run chance on a 1-17. The 18 is too high. 4-5, and that is going to be a ground ball to short for out number 1. Brad Wilkinson, 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-5. Possible error on a throw. 1-6, and that is going to be a fly ball to Makakis. Out number 2. Jose Verdo up. Verdo 1 for 1 with a run scored. Here's the pitch. 3-3, strikeout 4. 16, too high. 5-2, and that's going to be a single past Hernandez. So Seattle gets Jose Verdo on. That's going to bring up the catcher, Jamie Buke. Buke walked his last time up. Strategy roll 15. Here's the pitch. 6-1 range play at Camden Yards. 5-6 HRP. Fly ball out to the Scott. Scott's range is a 3. That's a 4. Only applicable if home run check from ballpark card does not result in a home run. That makes it a double.
That is over his head, and that is out to the fence.
And with that, we're going to check. Verdo looks like he's going to score. He has a 3. That's going to be a -1. If roll is less than or equal to the 2, that's a 3. And Verdo will score. And the Mariners make it once again a 3-run lead. They cut the lead down to 3. Jamie Buke on second, 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Betancourt. Betancourt, 1 for 1. We have a pickoff attempt. That's a 9. That is outside of that range. Here's the pitch to Betancourt. He's 1 for 1 on the day. 6-4. That's going to be a walk. That's a 7. That's a 7. And they walk him. 2 on. And we go to the top of the order. Here's Ichiro Suzuki. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 3, 1, 2. That's a strike. That's a 3. The 13 is too high. 5-3, double star 2. Fly ball out there to Payton. And that retires the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. And Seattle leaves 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Guillermo, Lewis, Hernandez, and Brian Roberts due up for the Orioles. Here's the pitch to Guillermo. He's 0 for 1 on the day. 1-6, that's going to be a blank. 6-2, ground ball to third to Beltre. Beltre gets it, throws it over to Sexton. Out number 1. That's going to bring up Luis Hernandez. Has a walk. Walked his last time up. Here's the pitch. 4-5. That's going to be a strike. That's a 6. The 14 is too high. 6-2. Double star 6. Fly ball to Suzuki. And that is out number 2. Brian Roberts up. Roberts is 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 5-5. That's going to be a walk. That's a 14. That's an 11. And they walk Roberts. Roberts on. That's going to bring up Melvin Mora. Mora's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a run scored. Strategy rolls a 19. Here's the pitch. 4-2, strikeout 6. The 19 is too high. 1-3, fly ball to Suzuki. Out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 4, it's Baltimore 5, Seattle 2. We go to the top of the 5th. And 1 left on. We go to the top of the 5th. It's going to be Jose Lopez, Raul Osmonds, and Richie Sexton due up for the Mariners. Here's the pitch to Lopez. Lopez is 0 for 2 in the day. 2-3, double star. Ground ball to second. And that's out number 1. That's going to bring up Raul Osmonds, who's 1 for 2 in the day with a run with an RBI. Here's the pitch. 3-2, walk plus. That's a 20. That's an 8, and they walk him. So that's going to bring up Richie Sexton. Sexton is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Strategy rolls a 14. Infield coming into double play depth. Here's the pitch. 6-4, walk. 21. That's a 20. And they walk Richie. All right. Adrian Beltre is up. Infield at normal depth. Beltre is 0 for 2 in the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll 15. They're going to hold off. 4-4, blank. 1-1, fly ball to Makakis. That's out number 2. Ibens gets the hold. And that's going to bring up Brad Wilkinson. Wilkinson is 0 for 2 on the day. Strategy rolls an 8. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. 5-1, strikeout 10. The 11, just a tad too high. 4-2, ground ball to third. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Nick Markakis, Kevin Miller, and Abreu Huff due up for the Orioles. Here's the pitch to Makakis. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a double, a home run, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. 5-4 at the ballpark. 1-5 HR8. That is out number 1. He flew out. He caught it. And that's going to be Kevin Miller. Miller 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. He walked, has a strikeout, run scored. 4-5, strikeout, 8. That's an 8. Struck him out. And with that play with Markakis, Suzuki taking the home run away. He jumped up off that wall to make that play. And here's Abreu Huff. He's 1 for 2. Double. RBI. 2-2. Question mark. Single on a 1 to 15. That's an 11. And that puts on Abreu Huff on first. 2 outs, runner on first, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Luke Scott. So we have a steal attempt. It's a 19, that's a 17, that's in range. And Abreu Huff steals second. Luke Scott, here's the pitch. 6-3, walk plus, that's a 21, that's an 8. And they walk Luke. Luke used the force to get on to first. And that's going to bring up Jay Payton. Payton 0 for 2 in the day. Strategy rolls a 6. Here's the pitch. 5-3, strike. 9. That's a 19. 1-1, and that's going to be a fly ball to Wilkinson. And that retires the side. No run. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 5, it's Baltimore 5, Seattle 2. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Jose Verdo, Jamie Buke, and Yuneski Benecourt due up for the Mariners. Jeremy Guthrie can face 3 more batters, so this might be his last inning. We'll find out. Here's the pitch to Jose Verdo. Verdo is 2 for 2 in the day. 5-6, that's going to be a blank. 2-2, and that's going to be a single pass Roberts. And Jose Verdo gets on, infield coming in to double play depth as Jamie Buke comes up. All right, here we go. They're going to steal. That's a 13. That's a 6. And they stole third. They stole second. All right, Jamie Buke, here's the pitch. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a double, a run, and an RBI. 2-3, double star, ground ball to Hernandez. And that is going to be a ground out with runner on second. The out is going to be at first. All right, we have a sacrifice play coming up. Infield coming in, sacrifice play. And that's going to bring in Benecourt. Benecourt 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. 5-6. That's going to be a blank. Lead runner thrown out. Hitter safe at first. Benecourt gets on. And Jeremy Guthrie is now tired. Here comes Ichiro Suzuki. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Strategy roll 5. Trying to break that curse of not getting a hit in the game today. 5-6. That's going to be a blank. 1-3. And he does. He hit a single past Payton. And Suzuki is on with a single. Benecourt will get the hold sign at first. He does not advance as his base run rating does not beat the die roll. And that's going to bring up Jose Lopez. Lopez 0 for 3 on the day. Also trying to break that curse of not getting a hit. 3-5. Home run. That's a 9. That's a 9. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is out of here. 3-run home run for Jose Lopez as he ties this game up. Game is now tied at 5. It's a 3-run home run. And with that, they're going to go out to the mound and they're going to go say, thank you, Jeremy, for the 5 2/3 innings. They're going to go to the bullpen. They are making that call to the bullpen as Baltimore is the first. So we have a left, right, right coming up. And they're going to bring in Dennis Starfate. First time we're seeing him in this replay. 4 wins, 3 losses, no saves, a 4.74 ERA, 79 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 62 hits, 86 strikeouts, and 60 walks. Taking a look at the stats here of Jeremy Guthrie, he went 5 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run. ERA of a 3.55. All right, he's going to face Raul Asbins. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-5. That's going to be a double star. And that is going to be a ground ball to Roberts. And that retires the side. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Guerrero Quinzero, Luis Hernandez, and Brian Roberts due up for the Orioles. Felix Hernandez can face 3 more batters, so this is probably going to be his last inning. Here's the pitch. Geronimo is 0 for 2, 1-2. That's going to be a strike. That's a 12. That's a 3. Struck him out. And here's the shortstop, Luis Hernandez, 0 for 1 with a walk. 4-1 walk plus, that's a 21, that's a 13. And they're just going to intentionally walk him to bring up Brian Roberts. So they're going to bring in Brian Roberts. Roberts is 1 for 2 in the day with a double and a walk. Strategy roll 18. Infield coming in to double play depth. Here's the pitch. 2-5, possible error. 2-5, single to Benecourt. Benecourt's error rating is in a 1 to 8. That's an 8. That's going to be an error. And that is a infield single, even if no error. 1 base for all runners. So that is going to be extra bases. Hernandez goes to third. Roberts will go to second on that. So infield at normal depth as Melvin Mora. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 6. 2-1, strikeout, that's a 6. That's a 4. Struck him out. All right, Nick Markakis, he's 2 for 3 on the day with a double, a home run, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll 19. Here's the pitch. 1-2, strikeout, 8. That's a 6. Struck him out. Struck him out, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on. After 6, we'll square it up at 5. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Richie Sexton Adrian Beltre and Brad Wilkinson due up for Seattle. They are going to leave Dennis in. Here's the pitch. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a run and 2 strikeouts. 1-6, that's going to be a strike. That's a 25. That's a 17. Strikeout plus, we add 10. Minus 2, we add 8 to that. Struck him out looking. Next up, Adrian Beltre. Beltre is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. 6-6 hit by pitch. That's a 12. Dennis will give a plus 10. That's a 20. No hit by pitch. 1-6, and then is a single pass Mora. And the Mariners get a runner on. Infield coming in. Brad Wilkinson 0 for 3 on the day. Strategy roll is a 6. Here's the pitch. 2-2 walk plus. We add 10. We're going to add that 2. We're going to add 12. That's a 4. That's a 23. And that's going to be a walk. And with that, the Mariners have runners on first and second. They actually have the go-ahead run on second. And that's going to bring up Jose Verdo. Verdo is 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 5-3. That's going to be a strikeout plus. That's a 14. That's a crit 1. And Dennis Starfire pitches a slow ball, perplexing Jose Verdo to take 3 quick swings at it for a 1-2-3 strikeout. Struck him out looking. So 2 away, and that's going to bring up Jamie Buick, the catcher. He's 1 for 2, double run RBI. Strategy roll 19, infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 5-4, home run chance on a 1-9. That's a 5. However, Jamie has a 0, 2-6, and that's going to be a ground ball to Hernandez. And sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Kevin Miller, Brady Huff, and Luke Scott due up for the Orioles. Taking a look at the box score here. Baltimore scoring 4 runs in the first on those double home runs. They scored in the 3rd. Seattle scoring in the 3rd, the 4th, and 3 runs in the 6th to tie this game up. That 3-run home run tied the game up. Seattle so far 5 runs on 9 hits with 1 error. Baltimore 5 runs on 8 hits, no error. And that is going to do it for Hernandez. As the Mariners were reaching to their bullpen, they have a right, left coming up. And they're going to bring in Caesar They're going to bring in Caesar to pitch now. And we have seen him in this replay. He does have 1 win. He pitched 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. No ERA. So here's the pitch to Miller. Miller 0 for 2 on the day. 5-5, strikeout 7. That's an 11. That's a 10. The 10 too high. 6-3, pop up to short. Out number 1. And that's going to bring up a Brady Huff. 2 for 3 in the day with a double and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 3-5, that's going to be a walk. That's a 9. The 13 is too high. 1-4, single to Benecourt. And with that, a Brady Huff gets on with a single. Luke Scott, 1 for 2 with a home run, a walk, a run, 2 RBIs. Strategy roll 12. Here's the pitch. 3-5, that's going to be a walk. That's an 11. That's a 9, and they walk him. All right, and that's going to bring up Jay Payton. Payton is 0 for 3 on the day. We'll see if he can break that cycle. Here's the pitch. 5-1, strikeout plus. That's a 12. The 15 is too high. 3-2. That's going to be a double. And that's a double for Payton. And that puts the Orioles up by 1. They take a 1-run lead. Luke Scott gets the hold sign at third. And we have an 18 on the strategy die. They're going to put the squeeze on this play. Here comes Guillermo. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. 4-3. That's going to be a walk. Let's see. Bunted defense. Retire the batter or attempt to get the runner out from third. Our 1d6 versus BR of the runner in third higher, and the runner is out. Subtract 1 from BR if the infield or in. Will they get the batter out? No. So they get Luke Scott out at home. Here comes the play from third base. Beltre sends that one to home, and Luke Scott gets out at home. They got him out at home. Payton will go to third, and Guillermo will get on with a double, with a base hit.
Fans who interfere with play on the field will be escorted from the stadium.
So 2 outs. Runners on first, runners on the corners. They are going to bring the corners in, and that's going to bring up Luis Hernandez. Hernandez is 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is an 8. 3-1. That's going to be a double question mark, double star on a 1-9. That's an 11. The 11 is too high. 4-4, single to Suzuki. That's going to score Payton. 1 run comes in to score. Guillermo will get the hold. He has a base run of 0. If it's less than 1, he gets the hold. Runners hold. Before we go on, we forgot to take a look here at the stats for Felix. Felix went 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 6.0. By the way, that's the last pitcher. Strategy roll 8. Infield at normal depth as we go to the top of the order. Here's Brian Roberts. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a walk. 3-4. That's going to be a strikeout. That's an 8. That's a 6. And they struck him out. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. After 7, it's Baltimore 7, Seattle 5. We go to the top of the 8th. It's going to be Yuneski Betancourt, Ichiro Suzuki, and Jose Lopez due up for Seattle. Dennis Darfay is going to be done. They're now in a save situation, so they're going to set that up, and they're going to bring in right, left, right. They're going to bring in Cam McCullough. First time we're seeing him in this replay. His actual stats: no wins, 1 loss, no saves, a 5.87 ERA, 7 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks. Taking a look at the stats here of Dennis. Dennis went 1 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no ERA. All right, here's the pitch to Betancourt. 3-1, possible error on a throw. 3-5, fly ball to Makakis, out number 1. And that's going to go to the top of the order. Here's Ichiro Suzuki. He's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. He's a strikeout and a run scored, 1-2. That's going to be a single. And Suzuki gets on with a single. And that is a steal attempt for Suzuki. He has an 18. That's going to be nothing. It's going to be an 18 or less. And that is an 18. So he is safe at second with that. That's going to bring up Jose Lopez. Strategy roll is a 2. They're going to keep the infield at double play depth. 5-2. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 4. That's a 1. Struck him out. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Eisbins. Eisbins is 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. Strategy roll 3. Here's the pitch. 2-2 blank. 1-4, fly ball to Peyton, and that's out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Melvin Mora, Nick Markakis, and Kevin Miller due up for the Orioles. Cesar Jamez is going to be done as right, left, right for Seattle. And they're going to bring in Sean Green to pitch this inning. Sean Green, 4 wins, 5 losses, 1 save, a 4.67 ERA, 79 innings pitched, allowed 80 hits, 62 strikeouts, and 35 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Caesar. Caesar went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. All right. And he's going to face Melvin, Nick, and Kevin. Here's the pitch. They're not going to make any changes to the batting order here. 4-2, home run chance. That's a 0. Nothing there. 3-4, line drive to second. Out number 1. Nick Markakis is up. He's 2 for 4. Here's the pitch. 5-5, strikeout 8. The 18 is too high. 4-3, fly ball to Ibens. Out number 2, and that's going to be Kevin Miller. Miller is 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 6-4, error and a possible throw. 2-1, ground double star 5. Ground ball to Beltre. Beltre's error rating is on a 1 to 6. That's a 3. That's a throwing error. And he throws it past Sexton. So Beltre gets charged with the error. Kevin gets on safely on first. So with that, that's going to bring up Brady Huff. Huff is 3 for 4 in the day with a double, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll 4. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-1. That's going to be a blank. 1-5, double star 4. Ground ball to third to Beltre. Beltre gets it, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. After 8, it's Baltimore 7, Seattle 5. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Taking a look at the box score. After 8 innings of play, Seattle scored in the 3rd, the 4th, and 3 runs in the 6th to give them that 5 runs that they've had. Baltimore scoring in the 4th, the 3rd, and in the 7th, scoring the 2 runs in the 7th. It's 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Seattle committing 2 errors in this game so far. Both teams have left 10 men on base. And that's going to do it for Cam as they bring in their as they call on George Sherrill to end this game for the save. We are in a save situation. Taking a look at the stats here for Cam. Cam went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no ERA. George Sherrill comes into this game with an ERA rating of 4.86. 1 save, 3 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. All right, he's going to face Richie, Adrian, and Brad. Sexton not taking the hit. And they're going to bring in Willie Bloomquist. Here's the pitch. 1-5 at the ballpark. 2-6, double star 4. Fly ball to Peyton. And that's out number 1. Adrian Beltre. Beltre 1 for 4 in the day. Here's the pitch. 4-5. That's going to be a blank. 5-6. Fly ball to Peyton again. And that is out number 2. And that's going to bring up Brad Wilkinson as the Mariners are down to their last out. Crowd here at Camden Yards on their feet. The pitch. 4-2. Strikeout plus. That's a 21. That's a 6. Struck him out looking. And that's the game. The Baltimore Orioles defeat the Seattle Mariners 7-5. Final line score coming right up. So Dennis Starfate gets the win. Cesar Ramirez gets the loss. George Sherrill picks up his second save. Jose Lopez gets a home run. Scott Luke hits a home run in this game. And Nick Markakis has 2 home runs so far in the replay. So with that, Baltimore, Seattle, 5 runs on 10 hits with 2 errors. Baltimore, 7 runs on 11 hits. Let's take a look at the pitcher stats. Dennis Starfite gets the win. He went 1 1/3 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no ERA. Cesar Ramirez gets the loss. Had 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, ERA of a 6.0. George Sherrill gets the save, went 1 inning and had 1 strikeout, ERA of a 3.83. Cesar has an ERA of a 6.0, and Dennis has no ERA just yet. So with that, Baltimore goes to 4-1, and Seattle will drop to 2-4, and that is going to do it for us here at Camden Yards. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And until next time, I'm Schooner007. We'll see you for another exciting game and the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.